All right, here we are once again, Hearthcenter Week 13, and we have your Hero Series champions with us tonight. The illustrious group that has brought us the destined Tonk emoji. Before we get to introducing the team, just have to mention Lemur and Dr. Lotus Knight will be joining us a little bit later on tonight. So for right now, it is just myself and our regular guest, Marty B. Before we get to those hero champs, Marty, how are you doing tonight?
It's been a bit of a busy weekend, busy start to the week too, but here I am, very excited to welcome our hero champs, and should be a lot of fun tonight.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it and looking forward to getting to all the questions that THL has for Tonk. Should be a blast. There's quite a few. But let's start off with our introductions. Hero champions. Tonk, if you're a corny. Let's lead off with team captain Nine Eyebrows. How you doing, Nine?
I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for having me again. Uh, it's always a blast to be on.
Of course, yeah, a slightly
Any
different
quiz.
show, but
Yeah,
once
different show,
again,
but
at the end of Hero Series, I am talking to you and to CMAC, winners of the Hero Series.
yeah,
Of course,
that's
the
what I was
reason for
referencing.
back-to-back being played to
Thanks for the
start us
save.
off. But awesome, glad to have you here with us. Next up, let's go with your number one seed, always just in time. I'm getting deja vu here, Justin. Weren't you just on the show last week? What's going on?
Shh, no one tell them. I've been on every THL broadcast recently.
Can't have a THL broadcast without Justin.
I think if there was another week of Hero, actually Turtle would be the one seed.
I was
Yeah,
curious
all it
about
took-
that because they're both at
Yeah, that is
550,
true.
but Justin's true PR might still be higher, right? So he'd still stay
Yeah.
there.
All it took of me losing 1 week and him winning 1 week to pass me. So the dream was in the semis that the team would carry. So then I would just because I was one of the last matches being played. And then Turtle would be one seed for the final. But unfortunately, we guys messed it up a little. And I had to actually try hard. That's why the true gamer skill was called in on those Solarian Prime.
Oh, I see. I
I,
see.
I would miss the box.
Hey, that's old news.
Turtle.
That was the week before.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Next up, we have the number two seed for Tonk if you were corny, and the inspiration for, I guess, the most recognizable part of the emote, Turtle. How you doing, Turtle?
Doing pretty good. Feels good to finally win a Hero Series after getting second with Justin last series.
True. Yeah, you guys came oh so close. So, I mean, what better idea than just team up with the two of the
Yeah, team
members
up
of the
with the
team that beat
winners.
you, right?
Yeah.
Seems good. Seems like a good strategy. Obviously paid off. Next, we'll talk to another one of the masterminds who put this team together. And second of the two back-to-back winners in the 3 seed, CMAC. How you doing, CMAC?
Greetings.
Oh, we said the line. Well played.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Great to be back.
Absolutely. Well, glad to have you back. Nice to add another one to the trophy case here. And finally, we have, excuse me if I'm not getting this right, but I think you are a rookie this season, correct? And that is the number 5 seed, Skirt Reynolds.
Hello, yeah, first time in THL and 1-for-1 on championship, so
Love to see it. That is a feat that is hard to top. I guess you could maybe improve on it slightly, numbers wise, just by winning a title next season, right?
Well,
Sure.
we will try again.
back to
No
back.
spoilers. No spoilers for the roster. But...
No spoilers, of course, of course. All right, so At this point in the show, typically we have our players of the week for you, but we have concluded on players of the week. So there's not really much else to cover for right now, except just jumping right into um, the actual recap of the show itself, or of the series itself. So let's get it up on the screen. The only team that was alive in orange to start last week, and your champions. Tonk, if you were corny, here's the match itself, 12-3. This series was over very quickly. We fortunately had all of these matches on stream. I actually had the opportunity to cast all three of them, weirdly enough, as it played out. And Tonk was just extremely dominant here. Marty, talk me through these matches a little bit. Um, I know at least one of these was a little bit closer, but a lot of this just seemed super lopsided.
Yeah, this was as dominant as it gets. Turtle just continuing his 10-1 streak. Well done, Turtle. Going 3-1 against the 7-3 Boozosaurus. Beating Boozosaurus is not easy at all. You also have always just in time cleaning it up against Based Inc. Going not as great a season at 6-5, still very solid, especially in the 1 seed. You like to see at least 50%. If you can do that, you're very happy with your 1 seed. Based Inc. 7-4, still falling, and then 9 Eyebrows closing it out 3-2 against Astro Frog. Very big win. That brought up them to 12-3, and that meant C-Mac and Skirt, you guys didn't have to play at all, which you love to see as a team.
Yeah,
Literally
always-
carried.
Yeah, always enjoy the carry.
Yeah, actually carried here. Well, C-Mac, you were usually the one doing the carrying, as it looks like from the record, 7-2, not bad at all. So,
Thanks.
yeah, you take those.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, there's not really a whole lot for us to dive into here, other than maybe just another casual mention that Vol'jin was so
I was
OP.
gonna say, I was
Vol'jin
gonna
was
say
MVP of that
name.
series.
Vol'jin was, oh my goodness, that series.
Yeah, I think
In every single one of our matches, it mattered like a
I
lot.
think it's best for you guys to explain that. That's all you. You want to tell the chat?
Does everyone tell their story of Vol'jin?
Yeah,
Go
actually,
for it.
I mean, we only have 3 matches that were played, so if you guys just
Sure.
want to run through it, top seed to bottom, starting with Justin. Justin, how was Vol'jin for you?
Well, I mean, I top decked it for lethal in the Pals and Mirror against Based against
Seems
her
good.
7-8 devout pupil with quite a few buffs on it. That was pretty decent.
Fair. Yeah. You could do a whole lot worse than top decking a lethal with that card. What about you, Turtle? We're gonna actually see one of the things that you used Vol'jin for our highlight clip. Little mini spoiler at the end of the show, but talk to me about how Vol'jin did for you.
Yeah, Vol'jin pretty much single-handedly won me 2 games. The first game, I Vol'jinned off one of their minions to clear stuff, and it put out their Silas, so I could safely play Rattlegore the next turn without that getting stolen and copying that to win against Paladin. And then the very next game, I Silas back their Rattlegore, pretty much sapping it so they couldn't replay it. Just huge tempo swings, allowing me to stick my own Rattlegores, just winning me pretty much the entire series.
Yep, sounds about right. All right, and then the closer, 9 Eyebrows. There was a big moment in Game 5, of course.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
The Vol'jin story is more a tale of heartbreak in this case.
but yeah,
It
go
was
ahead.
it was like a 1 in. I think it was a 50-50 to hit a combo piece from my Silas Warrior. It hit one of the combo pieces. It hit the 1/4. I can't think of its name right now.
The
Soulbound
Soulbound
Ash.
Ash Tongue, yeah.
Yeah, the Ash Tongue, and he wasn't able, or he was able to kill it, but miscounted the mana, and then I was able to still Silas, flip it, and shield slam for exact lethal. Well, I think it was 1 over, but like I had 30 armor. It was, and I was on fatigue, so I couldn't have gotten any more armor, so it couldn't have happened any other way.
Yeah.
Like that series couldn't have closed any other way. It was, whew.
It was definitely quite the finish. But Vol'jin just, I don't know, something about the inclusion, just it was like he was just smiling down on Tonk if you were corny. And I mentioned it a couple of times actually during your matches throughout playoffs that Tonk seemed like a team of destiny. It might have been all the talk about this emoji that just kind of powered you guys the rest of the way. The people needed the emoji, they wanted the emoji, and it was too much. And I guess you guys played all right too. But with that being said,
Thanks, Ron.
let's. Yeah. All the emoji, no actual credit to your
The
gameplay.
emoji's power was too strong to be
Yeah,
honest.
pre-Destiny.
But with that being said, let's move on over. Nine Eyebrows has prepared for all of you an amazing celebration banner that you can't wait any longer for. You just need to see it right now. So let's get it up on the screen. Here it is, your Hero Series Season 14 champions, Tonk, if you were corny. I don't know if this will be the official banner that we might see on the website later, but it is, yeah, well said, Geranium Battle in chat. Nine Eyebrows, the content god. I almost actually forgot that you made a video prior to the finals as well. I feel like all the karma was on your side. It had to be.
It worked last final, so I had to try it again.
Smart
Right?
strats.
Like it worked versus Inzi, so 2 for 2 now. It's perfect.
There you go. So I know everybody is excited to hear these interview questions. So let's jump into these questions for you guys. We are going to start with an everyone question. It looks like if you had a Midas touch such that any card you touch would turn to golden, how many years would Blizzard IP ban you? You guys could go in order of captain through one seed and down, or whatever you want to decide amongst yourselves.
I don't use golden cards. The only golden card in my collection is Murger McGurgle, because that one's high value. It's like a lot of Murlocs.
Nice.
Murlocs are the only thing worth being golden. Other than
Makes
that,
sense.
nothing golden. So I don't think I would get banned. I'd be chilling.
All right, solid.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I
I
think
thought about it.
I think now that Toast is in Facebook gaming jail, Blizzard jail it's free. So I think they'd probably slam you on the slinker for however long Toast contract runs.
Oh, solid. Who's the? Oh, Turtle. Turtle, you'd be next.
I mean, I already have enough dust to craft like any card I want in golden, so I don't think they'd even notice, to be fair.
Wow, casual flex. Solid.
Turtle has paid off the
Warrior.
Blizzard police. They will not come after him.
How
See,
about you,
he
C-Mac?
doesn't actually have the dust. He's just saying that. Yeah, that's the red hair throwing him off.
I have the dust to craft any golden card I want. What he means to say is I have exactly 3,200 dust. Solid. C-Mac, you're up next.
69 years.
That's an excellent
Nice.
answer. What else could you expect? And then finally, Skirt.
I'm just hoping long enough where I could beef up the wallet a little bit for a comeback. Maybe buy a few more packs.
Solid. All right, now it looks like we got some individual questions. So let's start off with always just in time. Winning legacy, winning hero. Some say you can do it all, so can you do my taxes? Think you may already know who is asking these questions.
I wonder who it would be. I'm not an accountant, so probably not, unfortunately. If your taxes involve winning THL this season, then maybe I'd have a good shot at it, though.
All right, next question we got is Turtle. We all know that your preferred tool for sweeping matches is Broom Paladin. How many playing cards would you need to sweep your whole house?
Looking around my room right now, it's pretty messy, so I'd say probably quite a few brooms, quite a few cards.
I'm pretty sure C-Mac
say,
is
like-
disappointed that you aren't saying 69 cards.
Facts.
Maybe a little bit more than 69. I think I need like a whole THL lineup, a whole 120 cards.
Ah, 120. I kind of felt like maybe you were going to pivot to 420 as the next number.
I
but
thought I
sure,
was getting a
sure.
420 there.
That's
I
all
got
right. That's all
excited.
right. Turtle's dropping
Uh,
the ball on his memes. It's okay. We'll circle back. Uh, 9. Your next question here. You carried CMAC to a back-to-back title win in the finals. Now that you are back-to-back winners, which one are you in the Charlie's Angels iconic pose, and which one is CMAC?
I meant to look this up. Hold on. Wait, isn't there 3 of them?
Imagine not being prepared to answer a question involving Charlie's Angels on the spot.
There's 3 of them. Whoa. I thought it was gonna be like a 50-50. I thought I could flip a coin. I'd probably be the middle one. C-Mac, I'll let you choose left or right. My left side's my better side though, so.
All right, I'll go with the left side.
Then I guess we can have Skirt on the right. Because he was my test bit teammate and I brought him into here. So he
What
can
a
be the
quality
third Charlie
teammate.
Angel.
Giving you the good side and not the bad side. Wow. True friendship.
Love to hear it. Welcome, Lemur. Thanks for joining us. I don't know when you made it in, but appreciate you coming on.
Oh, yeah,
You
I've been
are
lurking.
going to actually be doing our ad. I see someone in chat asking what is Prime Gaming. Not quite the same ad. That's more for Justin's ad on the show tomorrow. But
Very
Lemur
close.
can still address some of your questions here in the very near future.
I'm
But let's
excited.
get back to these questions. Next question we have is for CMAC. You are a prolific spammer, an iconic copy pasta poster. Do you have any simple pasta recipes for the viewers at home to copy?
I mean, the you can't spell without is a pretty simple one. You just have to make sure you have the right letters.
You have to know how to spell. Solid.
It's like alphabet soup in a way.
Yeah.
You call
It felt like you don't even need the right letters because some of them were so elaborate I wasn't gonna bother checking.
Oh yeah, I definitely do that sometimes.
I don't have that many fingers. There's no way I can count that many alphabets. Some of those posts.
I mean, the one that comes to my mind right away is you can't spell champ without CMAC comp H.
Nice.
So there you go. But let's move on to the next question we have here, directed for Skirt Reynolds. You're quite an accomplished Hearthstone player. Are any of your siblings, Tutu Reynolds, Dress Reynolds, or Blouse Reynolds, good enough to try for a THL championship?
Well, without being too much of a spoiler, maybe in the future we'll see a team of 5 Reynolds coming in.
Oh, there's already
Might go
precedent for
good
that.
champ.
It's exciting. We've
Can't
got
wait.
like a Buse team of Dabs, Debs, Dibs, and so on. Solid, solid. Okay, let's see. There was an actual question from the commissioner of THL himself, Ridiculous Hat. He's got a question for you, C-Mac. He asks, "You're a real control warrior gamer? Okay, name every Elysiana pile."
Let's see.
Oh, that's a
The
big
first
one.
one would be just 5 wisps or 10 wisps. After you pick wisp 5 times, they're the strongest
All right, this
combo.
might take a while.
And then
He's the
I have a list of all of them, so I'll check and make sure you got it right.
I'm
Okay,
pretty
thank you.
sure, yeah, just all wisps is the only correct answer to that. So excellent, well navigated.
Thank you.
Now we have questions from Diamond. Diamond seems to have been somewhat replaced by Geranium Battle recently as the top interview question producer, but not to be outdone, he's got some questions too. And this one, we're going right back to CMAC. We got quite a few for you here, CMAC. Keep Tank up in Standard or Elysiana?
Elysiana, easy.
Easy, always Elysiana. I mean, all you have to do is look at the profile picture in one of the many discords you're in with the Elysiana and the shades to know. It's always Elysiana. And one more question for you, CMAC. Can one go again too many times? And how often have you gone again?
No, you cannot. And let's see, I can book on Donkey.
It might take
Over
you some time to
triple
find it
digits?
because I feel
Triple
like it's
digits
a
or
lot.
no? My
Yeah,
guess is it would be triple digits.
probably
Over the
triple
course of
digits.
2020 and 2021.
While you search, we can get back to you for the answer when you find it. Next question we have is for Justin. You've earned the name Always Champion Time. What leads you to victory in both closed list series?
I don't know. A decent amount of preparation and a decent amount of one tricking a few decks. That was tougher to counter because I wasn't playing pro this season.
Nice.
I think that there were very few weeks that I didn't bring ETC Warrior in both Legacy and Hero. There were some, but there weren't many.
Spiked wheel every week.
Now
Yeah,
you
not
just bring
every
it.
week.
You
Not
bring
every
it all next season too, because no one's gonna expect it because you
Just for
outed
the
yourself.
flavor. Yeah, it's felt like it's had a revival on
Reverse
ladder recently. Like
psychology.
even its unfavored matchups, you can cheese sometimes. Like priests don't Alusha you if you don't have 30 armor because every control warrior is Silas OTK.
Priests don't Alusha you when you pull their Alusha with Vol'jin.
That also helps. Yeah.
Easy. Also, another question for Justin. With the role of being a head analyst, does that mean there is a behind analyst?
I actually talked about this in my first announcement post that, hey, I'm head analyst, please send me pictures of heads. And then I got really nervous that people would take it the wrong way and ask who the behind analyst was. So I believe A2 signed up to be behind analyst, but he quit after the first few images. He just wasn't cut out for the job. It's a very tough one, to be honest.
Yeah, that makes sense. He was tired of being the butt of the joke. So all right, let's move on next to a question for Turtle. Turtle, you have been referred to as Lil 30 before. Explain this nickname without getting banned on Twitch.
Yeah, so this
Important
is
caveat.
the yeah, this is the completely true, non-fabricated reason behind the nickname Lil 30. So my Discord icon used to be a painted turtle, right? And they're like weak little turtles. They only live for 30 years, right? And 30 is pretty young for a turtle, right? So hence Lil 30, right? Totally not made up on the spot just now. Definitely
Solid.
the real reason.
Sounds highly believable. I like it. Next question for you is whose mint hoodie will come first?
You know, we all know Diamond, he's a Canadian, right? Had to pay for that international shipping. So clearly mine comes here first, right? Only has to come from Canada. Coming from California, it'll get to me way quicker than it'll get to Diamond all the way over in
There you
Canada.
go. Solid answer. All right, next question we have is for Nine Eyebrows. You are a content machine. What fuel do you run on?
Pretty much like a lot of water, I would say at this point. Not much else. Maybe a Whataburger too, if you're familiar with it. But other than that, it's water and Whataburger. So
Nice. I miss
and
Whataburger.
ankle weights. I wear ankle weights at every moment.
I
Oh,
had
yeah.
one
Do you have a
nearby
shake
where
weight?
I grew up, but it's been a long time since I've had a Whataburger.
They're not in the Midwest. I don't have any around me.
It's Texas, Arizona. I'm pretty sure. But it's a crazy 24-hour establishment.
Nice.
Yeah.
And next question, also for you, Nine, is who wins in a battle versus yourself and Seven Eyebrows?
Okay, so I did look at this question, and I don't know if Seven Eyebrows is real, and that sounds like disrespect. And I realized that asking any sort of question related to who Seven Eyebrows is disrespectful. But who are they? I don't know. So I think I would win, right?
Okay.
If I don't know who they are. But
You trust your own ability to defeat something that's not real. Fair.
okay. Yeah, I do trust my ability. We'll go with that. I lock in. Oh, 7, 8, 9. Wait, no, I do lose. Oh no. I shouldn't have taken the
Oh,
fight.
there it
I shouldn't
is.
have taken the fight. No.
Unfortunate. All right. And last up, we have questions for Skirt Reynolds. Would you wear a skirt for a day or skirt around every corner you drive around in?
Well, I feel like obviously I'd have to skirt around every corner. Because I mean, if I can't stay true to my name, who am I really?
Nice. Yeah, I didn't want to attempt that pronunciation, but very, very nicely done. I love it.
Yeah.
Um, and
You would be
looks like a final
disowned.
question for you here. If Bert Reynolds raced Vin Diesel, who would win and why?
So I mean, come on. There's really only one answer, and I feel like saying anyone that's not Burt Reynolds is downright disrespectful. And obviously, I can't really say anything else here.
All right, solid. We've got a couple disrespect answers then. It happens sometimes. Chat, if there's anything else that you would like to ask the champions, now is the time before we move on to our next sections. We've got a quick ad break brought to you by THL Lemur. We've got some recaps of other series, but if you have any persisting, burning questions for our Hero Season 14 champions, looks like it's just skirt. Okay. Wait a minute. I think there was one more from one of Turtle's real life friends. Possibly the best question we have. Let's see here. Turtle, after another smashing showcase, you've managed to end the season alone atop the THL Hero standings. Do you have plans to stop ending your nights alone in real life? Any girls looking to be in call with you while going to sleep?
Although being good at Hearthstone is quite the skill, I'm not sure it's the exact one that they're looking for,
You got
Not
some nice
true.
real life friends, it sounds like.
Hey, you just
Yeah.
haven't met the right
Real
girl,
supportive
okay?
crew.
Hold on.
True.
They'll
have you
they'll
know-
come for your Hearthstone addiction. It'll happen.
I'll have
It
you
will,
know
just have to
that-
wait.
that my
Hey.
friends who are streamers have the ladies up in their DMs all the time. When they drop Reno, ooh,
Ooh,
I
it just
feel the
girds
pull.
my loins when Reno Jackson says they're gonna be rich.
Prismatic on 4 and they've lost.
Prismatic
go-
on 5 and to
they
tip
go,
the
yeah,
skills.
baby,
Oh,
we're gonna be
boy.
rich. Okay.
Okay.
We'll have more
I
of this
could see
discussion
it.
after.
You guys have
So-
swayed
I-
me. It'll happen
Can
any
I
day
ask the
now.
audience a question?
Of course.
Well, it's just kind of a general question. I've been thinking about this. So do you think that we've spent a lot of time looking for Bigfoot in our years as people? Do you think that he's found himself, at least?
Aw,
Wow,
I hope so.
that was wholesome.
But
Poor
yeah,
guy.
that's. I'd like to put some thought into that. So, I got a sticker for my car that's Bigfoot today, and that's just been on the mind. I thought it'd be funny to ask that.
Dardar
So,
thinks he's still
yeah.
soul searching.
No, poor guy.
Maybe the
Yeah.
fragments in Demon Hunter and Warlock decks are from Bigfoot.
No, I hope not. That means he's gone.
Has there ever been a Bigfoot card?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That
Yeah,
I mean,
Guys,
Chillwind
guys.
Yeti is like
Chillwind
kind
Yeti.
of like Bigfoot, right?
Ooh.
It's like
Yeti is
Arctic
the card.
Bigfoot.
We've got a great question here from Darren. Where can I find Tonk fan gear? Is there some kind of shop or merch that we can all, start repping Tonk?
I think if there isn't, we should definitely get on that. That's a great idea.
I was gonna make championship belts, but I went 2-4 in the Masters Tour. I didn't make the money cut, so I didn't make the championship belts. I can make like paper. I can make very nice ones, but they will be handmade. They won't be like the WWE ones. So I can start making merch, I guess. Soon TM, I guess. We'll go with
Soon
that.
done, too.
All right. Well, there's more charm to that anyway.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
go ahead.
It's just like the classic example when if you buy Tonk merch, then you can next time you go to a costume party, you can go as a turtle and have a shell of a time.
Oh wow.
I
Oh wow.
appreciate that.
Well, with that, I think it is time to wrap up our interview with our champs. Congratulations again, guys. Thank you so much for joining the show. Really, hard-fought season, well-earned title. I know everyone was very excited to get the Tonk emoji, and it has been spammed numerous times already in the THL Discord. And an absolute pleasure to have you all joining us here tonight. I want to just turn over the floor to you guys for final words before we move on to our next sections. So again, we'll just go in order of captain and seeding. That way, Skirt gets to have the final word. So let's start with Nine Eyebrows. Final words on the night.
Thank you to all the viewers and everyone in chat and all the people who asked the questions. They were fun. I always enjoy it. Thank you to the team for a good season. Everyone putting in so much effort to win it all. And we'll hope to see you next season, same time, or like same show, I guess.
Nice.
Hoping for that.
Yeah, you got to call your shot early for the three-peat. Exactly.
Yeah.
Solid.
Patrick, calling it now. We'll go.
All right, next up, Justin, go ahead, final words.
I mean, Nine already said what I'm gonna say. The chat support in the stream has been really funny. There's some really good interaction there. So yeah, always a good time. See you next week. Just kidding.
Don't you mean
But
see
no,
you
yeah.
tomorrow? You're just never gonna
Oh, yeah,
stop
true.
being on THL shows. Always just in time. Always THL shows.
I guess so. Yeah, thanks for putting this on, obviously.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Next, we have your number 2 seed, Turtle. Go ahead, final words, Turtle.
Yeah, just thank you guys for putting on the streams, always being here, putting in effort, and for setting up this all of THL. It's been a super fun experience since I joined last season.
Aw, absolutely. Hey, it's been a blast. Glad to hear such wholesome words from Tonk, and no calling the shot for the three-peat, but he's probably thinking it too. Next, we have C-Mac, the 3 seed for the team. Final words, C-Mac?
Yeah, the sequel of D-Mac Smurfs and the 3. I mean, it was a bit derivative, but I enjoyed the ending still. Here's hoping for next season. We'll see if we can maintain this. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Looking forward to next week going back and shit posting in Twitch chat like I usually do.
Nice. Awesome.
The year is 2030. After a series of insane team comps, once again getting progressively more top heavy, CMAC is still 3 seed and still winning championships.
There you go. We've just inflated the PR cap to be, unreasonable.
They've inflated it 3 times over, and still his PR is too high. They now have to have 2 50 PR people to round out the team, but he is still 3 seed.
Nice. All right, and then finally we come, last but not least, the number 5 seed, rookie to THL, 1-0 in Hero Season Championships. It is Skirt Reynolds. Final words on the night for you.
Yeah, so first off, thank you for having me on the stream, of course, and especially thank you to all my teammates. It was a great first season, and especially thank you to Nine for getting me involved with THL in the first place. It was a very, very, very fun season. So just thank you, and
Well said. Love to hear it. All right, and with that, we are going to move on back to our caster screen real quick before we jump into our recap of the Wild Series. Thank you once again for joining us, of course, members of our champs. And we've got an ad for you, this time read by the one and only THL Lemur. Lemur, go ahead with our ad.
All right, I got you. Give me 1 second. Mommy made me mash my M&. Okay. Hey there, Twitch viewers. Have you subscribed to Team Hearth Legends yet? Then make today the day to be a legend yourself. Subscribe to our channel. This subscription enables the THL team to help cover the various costs of operating our website, as well as improve the quality of our streams and content to our viewers. If you have Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime, you can sub to the channel for free. Subscribers will get a THL emoticon as well as the lovely THL chat badge. So hit that heart button and keep the notifications on to make sure you catch our team broadcasting live. We appreciate each and every one of you. Special note to our viewers. Check out THL's other social media points of interest, website at teamhearthlegends.com. Follow us on Twitter at THLHS. Join us on Discord at Team Hearth Legends. Check out the THL POW podcast or POW rankings for all series wherever you find your podcasts. And the true Hearth legend himself, Saku, continues to post all of our videos to our YouTube channel. Just search for Team Hearth Legends to catch everything previously recorded. You are, of course, watching us on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Team Hearth Legends, or possibly on our YouTube channel in the future. And for all you THL fanatics out there, there are THL shows every single day of the week. You can't go wrong tuning in at any time for some amazing Hearthstone-related content. Now back to the good part.
What an absolute pro. Love to hear it. Well done, Lemur.
I modeled it after my Lord and Savior Ron Mexico.
I'm sure. All right, and back to the good part means let's get back to recapping. We've got Wild to cover, and let's start off. Marty, take it away. Tell me what's going on in the Wild meta.
So there's not much going on here. It's a lot of the same, really. We're seeing a lot of Malygos Druid still, some Jade Druid. Hunter was actually brought this season. It went 1-2, almost 0-3, but it did get the win. So Hunter does have a win this week. Secret is very popular. No Luna's Pocket Galaxy Reno mages. That Reno Quest mage, though, is very special. It has Cthulhu the Shattered. Highly recommend you check it out. It was brought by Hazer. A cool build. Not at all competitive with Cthulhu, but Cthulhu.
But it's still cool.
Yeah, Cthulhu. Paladin. Paladin has just been Odd Paladin for however many weeks. It's still Odd Paladin only, but Odd Paladin good. So get to pressing that button. Priest, it's same old as well. We see the same as last week, 2-1. Reno Priest having 8 brings, 4 big priests also brought. Rogue up next, same number of brings as Priest, 7 odd, 2 Kingsbane, 3 Mill Rogues, 1 Reno Shaman that I believe was rolled over and didn't see play. Warlock, Darkglare was the most popular at 11 brings, followed by 6 Reno Locks and 1 Cube Lock. And finally for Warrior, 4 Pirates, 3 odds, and 1 Dead Man's Hand Warrior brought as a counter. Now, let's move on to the matches.
Awesome, absolutely. Yeah, I like seeing a little bit of the variety there, even though, it's obviously a lot more condensed while it still has a lot to offer. So we start with green, and let's get it up on screen.
Yeah. So first up, we have everyone's winner versus Seas of Cheese on here. There was a bit of overlap. There's a green conference team versus a brown conference team in both senses, so we're not really going by green-brown this time. First up, though, everyone's a winner versus Seas of Cheese. I'll take this one for now. We only have 3 matches going on. 6J going 10-0 with a 3-1 win over Slide. That was on stream. Do recommend you check it out. It was a bit of an aggro fest, but lots of fun there. Lots of learning to go if you want to learn more about Wild. Next up, we had Battle Tagger over Lemur. Lemur, I'm sure you would have wished to have had that go a little bit better, but Tagger is also really good, so I can't fault you for losing.
No, Tagger smacked me. I made a bad read. I brought aggro all season, like literally all season. I'd never changed off of it, so I switched up to bring Reno Priest and Mill Rogue this week, and he brought all aggro. So I got smacked because he banned the Priest and then just beat my Rogue.
Yeah, that is something Tagger has done several times this season, so watch out. Then Absolute coming in with the Giga counter against Siege. Siege is the one that brought the Reno Shaman. It just got absolutely sweeped. No chance there. And then Hazer and Sunday had their matches, no contested against Scritch and Blue Sombrero, but I do believe they also had counters as well. So it would have been very difficult for Seas of Cheese to get that many more points.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that read was crucial, and everyone's winner is going to the finals. So, and then we had one other match, right, between F2L and a Noyo team.
Absolutely.
Lemur, you want to take that?
Let's get that one up here for Brown.
100%. I will take that as soon as my stream updates so I can see it. Oh, we're almost there. Oh, by the way, this was the last season for Seas of Cheese, so you won't see us again. Goodbye, friends.
Oh
Aw.
no! Oh
Yes,
no!
but we'll take a quarterfinal closeout as we move into a Noyo team versus or that was semifinals, I guess. Semifinal closeout as we move into a Noyo team versus F12 Viridian. F12 Viridian took it home. Marty's prediction seemingly came true that F12 Viridian would make an appearance in the playoffs here, or rather in the finals here. Taking down a Noyo team 14-9. We did have a no contest in the 1 seed as MTG Squirrel versus Corvette. They already knew it was over, so no reason to play out the match. But we had a pretty close series on the other hand. We had 3-2-3s across the board, with Marty going down 3-2, but Neji and Rod had taken it over 3-2. And then Itachi coming out with a 3-1 over Matt Tad Arms to close out the series for them. What order did this go in, Marty?
Started with Rotted getting the 3-2 win over Bonemaster. That was an incredibly close series. Bonemaster is a fantastic player. If he's a free agent, I highly recommend you pick him up. He'll do very well. He's also a streamer from Down Under, so check him out sometime. Itachi had the read on Mad at Arms, so that was the second match. Just hard countered, got the win, 3-1. And then it came to me, who I thought I could counter Duin, but Duin changed up his lineup, and somehow I got to 2-0, and then just at the end, I missed lethal, which meant Duin could sweep my Mill Rogue fully.
The Mill Rogue brings, Marty. They got us.
Yeah, he got me there with the Mill Rogue, so his Hunter was able to get over the hump and beat the Mill Rogue, which meant I fell 3-2. And it came down to Neji against Slate, who had a very difficult time because he was just coming off of Master Store, so he was exhausted. And somehow he pulled the win, and that meant Lotus was very sad because... Or sorry, it was Saku. Saku was very sad because Corvette's and MTG Squirrel's match was supposed to be streamed.
Yeah, we had a lot of sad stream ops this week because there were quite a few matches that just, did not go the full 5. So Lotus is very sad that Hero, we had games 4 and 5 scheduled for stream for Lotus, and they just Tonk one too quick. The trend kind of continues here in Wild.
Finals is going to be super, super good, though. I'm excited for it. F12 Viridian is my personal pick for it versus Everyone's a Winner, but I think Everyone's a Winner is very, very good. And they made such a good read on us in Seas of Cheese that if they make a similar read, it could be very difficult for Viridian to win the series. But I'm happy, and I think Viridian has this, but I'm excited to see it. Let's put it on stream.
Yes, speaking of playoffs, let's get that playoff bracket up on the screen here. We've got just 2 teams remain. Who could have possibly seen this coming? Everyone's a Winner, F2L Viridian, the 2 top teams, it seems, basically all season long, facing off in the championship, duking it out. It's going to be very fun to watch. I think we already know Marty's prediction on this one too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys take a guess.
Yeah, it's been F2L all the time for Marty here, and that is absolutely not changing, especially for the team that he plays on and captains. Personally, I am going to have to pick Everyone's a Winner. This team has just impressed me from start to finish so far throughout the Wild Series, but if anyone can take them down, I have to believe that the team with the best shot is F2L, and these are going to be some very exciting matches to watch.
Throw it out there. Everyone's a Winner is they have 3 players who have finished rank 1 in Wild. So definitely not underrated and deserving of the finals. So happy to face someone of this kind of quality, and it should be a very fun week. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a super, super fun week, like Marty was saying, and I think these matches definitely need to be on stream because this is going to be very, very high level Wild gameplay.
Yeah, and Lotus had to take a break for a minute. I don't know if he's coming back anytime soon, but if/when he does, we can ask him his input on who he thinks might win this one. But for now, Your casting crew has got 2-1 in favor of F2L. We'll see if Lotus maybe evens us out.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
find out.
Well, in the meantime, that mostly covers the Wild Series. Should we move on to Pro?
Let's get it up on the screen here. We've got your pro meta report ready to go. Marty, once again, hard at work pulling these archetypes. Looks pretty straightforward for the most part.
Yeah, once again, like things aren't really changing. The difference now is like, well, as we see, even in Wild, like standard is the same with Hunter. Just one Hunter brought. In this case, it's Highlander Hunter this time. Demon Hunter is actually seeing play in standard though, with 9 combo Demon Hunters, 1 Soul Demon Hunter. Very mixed up. People have been picking up on Highlander being pretty good in Pro this season. So, or at least that's what they would think with the popularity and how it's just gone up over the last few weeks. So 6 Highlanders there, 4 Clown Druids and 2 Token Druids. Expect this to kind of change as the finals are played out. They're submitting by tonight, I believe. Mage sees a ton of Highlander too. Highlander decks have just exploded in popularity the last 2 weeks or so. I
That
think we
was
can blame
that was very indicative of the Masters Tour as well. There was a lot of Highlander brought in the Masters Tour field.
Yeah,
actually.
and I think there's one card that you can really blame for that. And that's Ogremancer.
Ogremancer's so good.
Yeah, Ogremancer makes Highlander decks very good.
Yeah,
So-
kind of weird that Ogremancer is now like our newest meta breaker
How do you
card.
beat Rogue? How do you beat Paladin?
You-
They
you-
can't play
yeah.
spells. Easy.
You pretty much just it's so important for those two classes that have been so dominant lately. I'm looking at this one Highlander Hunter, and I had to just double check and just got a shout out. Much props to Donde, the man who rigs our PPR himself, bringing a Highlander Hunter, also getting swept 3-0. I don't know if these two things are related, but
Weird thinking.
we'll let you decide.
Yeah, so beyond that, yeah, as you guys said, Ogremancer is very good against Paladin and Rogue. And what do we have here? 19 Paladin brings, 18 of them Penflinger, Libram Paladin, and 30 Rogue brings, 21 of which being Whirl Kick, and 8 of which being Stealth. Secret, it's also very effective against Secret Rogue. So really, all those Rogue archetypes and all but one Paladin deck brought just hates seeing Ogremancer.
Yeah, I
So-
can't believe this read wasn't made faster. To be honest with you, like this Paladin Rogue meta, like we didn't really get any inkling of Ogremancer till like a couple days before the Masters Tour, right? And then it was in so many deck lists.
Yeah, true. Ogremancer good.
Yeah. So beyond that, though, we see a lot of Galakron Warlock, which is an answer to all of these greedy decks. Zoo Warlock, which is kind of the same. It does pretty well against slower decks. Then finally, 29 Rage Warriors, which are pretty mixed. Mostly Bomb, which again is for these Highlander decks at 15 of them. 10 in Rage Warriors, because Rage Warriors always been around and done well, though it's fallen off a bit the last week or two. And then 3 Control Warriors and 1 ETC Warrior.
Yeah. Again, we're seeing that Warrior is one of the most diverse classes in the meta. So it's very easy to bring Warrior and feel good about it almost every week.
Yeah, that's a good point. Did Harash, by the way, not bring Menagerie Warrior?
He did not bring Menagerie Warrior.
Wow.
Yeah, big shocker.
Changed it up for the playoffs.
Yeah. If you give me a second, I can tell you exactly what he brought. Though we should probably discuss it a bit in the match.
But yeah, we can move
Yeah.
on over to the actual recap. So starting with Pro last week in black, we have your 4 teams that made it into the playoffs with their logos displayed. For the boys, Yashirasha's Clown College, Hype Horizon, and Aeon. Some of these will be covered in the black section. Some of these will be covered in the pink section. And we're going to start off with Sheepies versus For the Boys.
Yeah, Ron, you want to cover this?
So absolutely, for the boys, what more can you say about this team? They've been almost invincible, it seems, from just the the start of Pro Series, and in the most, hyped up conference as well. They have set themselves up for a clash of titans. We'll get to the other match shortly, but it's going to be For the Boys versus Hype Horizon. In this match, For the Boys played against Sheepies, and we saw German Shep taken down a 3-1 over Team Captain Always Lethal. Super Chicken took a close 3-2 victory over Cyan Sheepies, the namesake of the team. We had Fasho taking a 3-1 over Azonix. Dabs got the 3-0 sweep over Mikas, I'm not sure. And finally, Buck Nasty, carried by his teammates here, lost an 0-3 to 11 and me, but did not matter in the slightest for the boys, as they have now gone over 200 total points. They're sitting at a 10-1 record with all the momentum heading into the semifinal matchup. Just really, really strong performances by this team, pretty much, throughout the season and continuing into the playoffs.
Yeah, you can really see, like, even when Buck Nasty loses and gets swept, the rest of the team is so strong that they can just carry, 4 wins across the board, just dominant against Sheepies. And really, 2-3-1s and a sweep from Dabs, too, goes to show how dominant For the Boys can be. Watch out for them later on. So, next up, we had Hype Horizon versus Faction. We were talking about Harash before, and now we can actually see what he brought. He brought Soul Demon Hunter, Libram Paladin, which is marked as Pen Paladin from before, in Rage Warrior and Whirl Kick Rogue. Clearly, that was a mistake because he lost to McBanterface. Should have brought the Menagerie Warrior. That could have changed that quite a bit potentially. So after that, we had Gamer RVG going. Tonberry just having an excellent season, 8-3 now. And then finally, D Money and Cool Kid 2001 combined for a 6-1 score against Flying Kraken and Foggy 8, and just cleaning it up. Foggy 8 taking the first loss of the season. He joined late with Faction, but they've done extremely well. 3-0 before this. Though losing to Cool Kid 2001 is no fault in itself. Hype Horizon is just absolutely stacked. There's no shame there. Really, with the last match, it seems like that was a no contest. They were ready to play, but at 14-6, there's not much Power could have done besides, try to improve his PAR, and that doesn't really matter in playoffs.
Post PPR rankings, improve that PAR for next season, right? Try to bank it for next season.
Yes, he's getting ready for next season. So Hype Horizon moves on. Faction closes with an incredible season, really. There's no shame to losing here. Hype Horizon may go for the two-peat, too, so if they do...
Thank you, Diamond. Foggy, apparently. Rhymes with
Foggy.
bogey. Okay.
My mistake.
Good to know. I thought it was
8.
Foggy as well, so Foggy.
Yeah, Foggy 8. My mistake.
First loss of the season. It did come in the playoffs as a sweep, but even though Cool Kid is sitting in the 5 seed for Hype Horizon, it's important to mention that he was their number 1 seed all last season when they won the title. And, pro seeding is determined by wins and losses, which means he was the player that won the most on this whole roster all through pro last season. They are the defending champions, and they are not to be counted out as they punch that victory and move on to the semis.
Yeah, also, one last thing with Harash losing. There's no shame in losing to someone who just hit top 16 in Masters Tour.
Yeah, seriously. I think he lost in game 5 as well, to make a top 8. He was so close to getting that top 8. So pretty proud of all of our THL players who represented in Masters Tour. There were quite a bit who did extremely well.
Yeah. So with that said, what do you think about going to the other matches?
Let's get it up on the screen for Pink here. For your teams for Pink, we have Popeye Spicy Chicken Sandwich, Faction, F2L and Sheepies were your playoff teams at the start of the week, and match 1 started with Popeye Spicy Chicken Sandwich knocking out Aeon.
Lemur, are you back for this?
Of course I'm back for this. Why would I
Alright.
ever miss a chance to go over Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich?
Man, I could go for one of those right now. Can you
That,
tell
I
me
just
more?
had craving Popeye's spicy chicken sandwiches, and I knew that it would all be okay because I would just come home and be able to talk about them anyway.
Please tell me more.
I will. So it looks like a 16-10 win over Aeon. I called this, I'd say, last week. I thought that they would have a pretty easy time with Aeon, winning 16-10. But I mean, 16-10 is pretty close, especially in the playoffs. That's room for concern, especially when you got 2-3-2s going over to the side of Aeon. There's a little bit of a cause for concern there, but luckily they ended up being able to pull it out no problem on the side of Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich, bringing 5 warriors communally to Aeon's 4 warriors. And honestly, I like the uniformity in playoffs. We're here to play. We're ready to go. I will say that getting wins in the 2, 3, and 4 seems to be the way to win playoffs a lot of the time. The 5 seed can be swingy as always, but if you can get the wins down in those key spots there, then usually you'll have a pretty successful playoff run. So hats off to them for getting those wins there and being able to make sure that even though Zabe lost this week, it won't happen again next week.
For sure. Thank you, Lemur. Now I'm hungry for more Popeyes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, moving on, we had one other match between F2L and Yasraj's Clown College. So it started with Berserk and Nails playing it out very early. Both of them playing in Masters Tour. They just decided to get it out of the way, and Nails got the 3-1 lead early on. Next up was, I believe, Snake and Neji it was Rescue versus Kale's Luna off stream. So they played together, and Rescue just tied it up 3-1 with the win over Kale's Luna, who also did very well in Masters Tour. Congratulations to them. I believe doing as well as Banter. So good job. Then Snake versus Neji was actually on stream last week. Forget when, but it was before Masters Tour. Neji also went on to do very well. I think he hit top 32 in Masters Tour. So good on them, and good on Neji for taking the 3-1 win with his very own Masters Tour lineup.
Nails really wants you to talk about his lineup.
Nails, oh no, let's see. Here, I will pull up the lineup right now. Nails, I know what you brought. You had Clown Druid, Zoo Warlock, Mozaki Mage, and Bomb Warrior. This is what you brought, or is this what you brought to Masters Tour as well? I thought you brought a Paladin.
Switching it up in between the tour and pro.
Genius.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Nails, where are you?
You were just here.
Okay, you brought 2 of those 4 decks. Yeah, I remember you brought Libram Paladin to Masters Tour as well. So I think oh no, kind of let down. Yeah, I know. Just good decks. I was expecting like something else,
It's
something
not that
crazy
spicy.
here. Yeah, well, the Mozaki Mage is definitely spicy.
It's a
Like,
moderate
Mozaki-
Popeye.
I mean,
spicy
Kalis
sandwich.
Luna brought Mozaki Mage to Masters Tour and literally made top 16, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nails, your mistake was not bringing Mozaki to Masters Tour.
Clearly.
Yeah, that was your mistake. You had to bring that, and then I would have talked about it. But really, with you not bringing Mozaki, it's just not worth it. So, moving on. We had Key Magician and Valyra playing, and I remember Kima was trolling me because he's like, "You want to play before the match just to practice it?" And then he just disappeared. What the hell? Thanks. But
Amazing.
yeah, F12 needed him to win to have a chance and play the 5th game out, but Kima just lost 1-3 to Valyra, and that sealed it for Yasiraj's Clown College, and that'll put them through to the semis. Believe deck submissions are mostly done as well for them.
Nice. Yeah, so very scary teams here that are remaining in our semifinals. Let's move on to the screen here with the playoffs. Let's look at our bracket, and we are looking at for the boys is going to be playing against Hype Horizon, a very highly anticipated matchup between the two teams that were basically contending for the lead in Black Conference all season long. And then you have more from Black Conference with one of the scariest teams out there in Yashraj's Clown College, facing off against, you know, the leader in pink all throughout the whole season, Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich. You can't ask for a better semis, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
not at
I'm
all.
very very excited for it. I think both of the sides of these brackets, the semifinals, are going to be fantastic.
I literally would not be surprised by any of these teams winning the title at this point.
No.
Like, I can see a very clear path for any of them to take it down because the quality of players on each roster is just outlandishly good. I mean, we're talking actual like Masters Tour matchups with each other
Yep.
here. Like,
It'd
it's
be
kind of
very
crazy.
good. This should be very good, and we should try getting as many of those on stream as possible. Because if anyone wants to learn and see really good players play, these will be the matchups to watch.
Also, don't forget that we have professional casters, Ron Mexico and Myanodon.
Hey, I recently got upgraded to professional caster for the sake of YouTube video hype, but we take those.
Every time, Ron.
Congrats.
That's good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick little shout out to the video from Libyan Jester, Jester in our Discord. If you haven't seen it, try to look it up. It was quite fun.
It was great. Super
Um,
fun watch.
But yeah, that completes our recap of the Pro Series. Let's move it on back to the caster screen. We'll leave our predictions, of course, for Tavern Talk, at least until. Actually, you know what? We shouldn't do we shouldn't leave predictions just to Tavern Talk because the way this season is condensed, we should probably just pick a champ right now. Because next week we'll already have a champion for both
Yeah, we
Wild
will.
and Pro.
I'll give you a hint. I was talking about them just earlier. Lemur would know. Does
Mhm.
anyone have any ideas on my prediction? I
Popeye
was
spicy
craving them.
chicken sandwich.
Oh
I
yeah.
think so. Yeah, I see Popeyes taking it all.
I can
Honestly,
see it.
I'm kind of with you there. I'm feeling them. I'm feeling Popeyes pretty hard.
Yeah.
Wow, Lemur, you've gone completely on the side of Marty here lately. All right.
Yeah, well, all I'm gonna say is like I think Liquidox's team, Hyper Horizon, is so strong, and then every time I vote for them, they disappoint me every week. So I just have decided that I can't do that anymore, and the next best for me, Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich. I don't want Diamond to have the bragging rights of winning 2 titles. That's not okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, that only goes to always just in time.
Well, I think whether you like it or not, Diamond will have the bragging rights for the 2 titles because I'm pretty sure For the Boys is taking this one down.
Oh,
That is my pick to win it all. Very excited to see it, and I'm going. I do think that Popeyes will make it into the title game. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost, but I'm gonna hard commit to that meme and say they have 4 good players and Reggie. So Yasharaj is gonna lose a close one, and Popeyes will make it into the finals against For the Boys, and For the Boys will take it down. You know, just the garbage player in that other seed who's like sitting at number 2 legend right now, FBM2.
Oh man.
Yeah, Nails, Neji. I said you have 4 good players and Reggie, not Neji, FBM2 Reggie. He's got a lot of names. Valera is his other name.
Valera
I'm not
is
hating
Bang.
on Neji Boston. I'm hating on Reggie, aka Valera, aka FBM2.
It's okay, Neji. You're gonna win a championship this week, regardless.
Nails Neji's trash. All right, let's get back. Those are our pro predictions. Let's get back to our caster screen as we bring the show to a close. Of course, the shows are getting more and more condensed lately as our series start to wrap up. We've already finished with Legacy. Battlegrounds wrapped up a while back. We've finished with Hero now too, and we're in our race to the finish in Wild and Pro. We'll be very excited to bring you the champions as the seasons play out. But we have one final segment for you this week. As always, we do have our highlight clip. Let's see if we can get that one up on the screen. This comes to you from the Hero Series Championship. Here we go.
Gonna go for the Vol'jin play here. Gonna remove the
Vol'jin
lip
does, get rid of one of these Librams of +1/+1.
Pulls the Silas.
The Silas pull could
That's
be
the worst.
huge.
That's like, even if Penflinger gets pulled, it's not necessarily too bad. But now
That
there's
turtle
now
has a-
Rattlegore, and
Yeah,
Rattlegore gets drawn.
and draws the
Wow.
Rattlegore. Yeah, a very.
Gonna
So yeah,
go
the
for
audio was kind of
Vol'jin.
quiet on that one for some reason, but there it was. Turtle getting an absolutely killer Vol'jin, pulling the Silas to enable the Rattlegore to just kind of easily be dropped with no fear. So what else could it be for your RNG card of the week but Shadowhunter Vol'jin, the MVP of the Hero Series Championship? There it is.
Oh, that
Wow.
card! I love that card got printed. It's so good.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Yeah,
It's
it's
I mean,
so
it's
good.
sort of like the new Dirty Rat, basically.
Yeah, and I mean, I've wanted Dirty Rat in standard for. I thought they were gonna bring it back on the rotation, but then they gave me Vol'jin. And I was like, okay, I'm into it.
You're like,
It's
yeah,
Dirty
I'll take
Rat and Void Caller in
All
one
in one.
it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Swiss Army knife.
Oh, Lotus, by the way, since we have you back here, we did a few predictions. Can you tell us your predictions for Wild Series champions between Everyone's a Winner and F2L Viridian?
I mean, it's obvious, right? Everyone has to be a winner.
Nice. All right. Hey, we're split.
F2L is winning it.
We're completely split now, 2-2. And one more prediction, since like normally we'd leave it to Tavern Talk, but with the series coming to a close so quickly, we won't really have the chance to cover like who's in the finals for Pro before they actually play it. So out of the 4 teams, for the boys, Hype Horizon, Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich, and Yasharash's Clown College, who is Dr. Lotus Knight's pick for who wins Pro Series Championship?
This might come as a surprise, but I think we're going to have a very spicy pro winner this time.
Oh.
That's not a surprise. Me and Marty both voted for it.
Yeah, all right. We got 3 picks from Hearthcenter hosts for Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich. Very excited to see what will happen next. Hey, and Quaz coming in with a sub. 21 months. Oh my God, is 21 months a long time? No, not that long. It's just like the entirety of the pandemic plus some time, No big deal. All right, but that's everything we have to cover for you tonight. As I mentioned before, obviously a little bit more of a condensed show this week. We'll probably be even more condensed next week. But as always, before we let you go, we're going to leave you with some final words. And let's start up at the top with THL Lemur. Go ahead, final words on the night, buddy.
Thank you guys for joining us. It's always fun when we get into championship season with having everyone on the show. It means a lot. The Tonk, if you were corny, came on this time, and we had our legacy champs on last time. It was very, very good to have the community evolve and grow in that way, that we can all just come on stream and have a great time. So thank you to all of the people involved in the last 2 weeks, and thank you to chat for being super, super active during it. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Yeah, love it. Marty, final words.
Yeah, looking forward to next week as well. It should be exciting with 2 series wrapping up. It's gonna be very fun, just getting through all those matches really. And then we'll be back the following week too, right? Because we have a ton going on with other things like Octathlon, for example.
Mhm.
So it'll be a very busy 2 weeks, especially with the update, card reveals, rotation, and really it's just so exciting to see. So
Yeah, all things Hearthstone are heating up like crazy right now. We're already into reveal stream season. We have our card reveal season. We have so many things THL related coming for you with the Octathlon, with our awards show and the team reveal, obviously for the Octathlon. All that off-season excitement. Battleground series is already restarting this Friday. They're going to be underway for season beta. New expansion core set. Insanity is happening. It's very exciting times. Well said. All right, Dr. Lotus Knight, final words on the night for you.
Sorry I couldn't be here for. Things kept coming up and up and up, but if you would like to play on stream, there's still space for matches on Sunday, and especially I hope the pro finalists hear that once we find out who's Popeye Spicy Chicken Sandwich is facing then.
Nice.
Mm.
All right, and that does it for us here at Geranium Battle. Since you've been so good to us with questions and sticking around, I'll use your final words for mine on the stream. No, I'm too young to die.
Nice. All right, THL.
That's
Thank you
it.
for joining us. We appreciate it.
Have a great night, everybody.